The story begins in a beautiful yet gloomy mansion where darkness surrounds everything. The atmosphere inside the house feels cold and frightening. Inside one of the rooms, we see a woman standing alone in a very creepy and disturbing place. After some time, someone comes to give her food. As soon as the door opens, the woman suddenly tries to run away. However, the people there quickly realize that she is trying to escape. Because of this, she fails to get out of the mansion. Realizing that she cannot escape from there, she takes a piece of iron wire and wraps it tightly around her neck. She takes an idol in her hand so that it weighs more, and the next moment she jumps and takes her life. Before dying, she was saying a word again and again that all this is coming to an end with me, but you will not find anyone else of my generation. Then the story comes many years ahead. Here we see a girl, Evie, who is already an artist but works very hard and is now working as a waitress. She also had a very good friend. Both were working very hard for their good time. Here her friend gives her a DNA test, with the help of which anyone's family member could be found. This work was actually done by a company for those people who have no one in this world. The company takes the DNA of that person and finds his relative all over the world. After coming home, Evie starts making clay pots because it was her hobby, but she does not pay attention to it. She was remembering her parents by looking at their pictures, listening to their voice messages again and again. Because many years ago her parents died. Since then she is alone. That's why she thinks of giving that DNA, in the hope that maybe in this world I will find someone of my own and the company will find him. So the next day she gives her DNA sample. In a while, the result also comes, which tells her that her family was from England. The DNA company had found her cousin, who was in England at the time. Knowing this, Evie is quite surprised. She also tells her friend about this. Now, along with Evie, her cousin also gets this message that she has a cousin named Evie. That's why he messages her and calls her for tea and coffee. Seeing this, Evie is very happy because she was already alone. She was missing her family a lot. But here her friend tells her not to trust anyone like this. I think this DNA company is a fraud. Who knows, she will take advantage of you by trapping you. But Evie takes it as a joke without listening to her. Then a few days later, she meets her cousin in a hotel. He was very happy to meet Evie and treats her very well, which Evie likes very much. Then he tells her that our family is very rich and big. And when he found out about you, he was very happy. And a few days later, our cousin is getting married, in which you should come. Everyone will be very happy to see you because everyone wants to meet you. Evie says, I want to come, but I can't come because I don't have so much money to come to England. He says, don't worry, everything until you come is our responsibility. We will bear all the expenses. This is a kind of gift from your family. So she agrees and decides to go to England. And then a few days later, she arrives there, where her cousin comes to pick her up at the airport. And once again, he meets her very well. Then he brings her to a grand mansion, seeing which Evie is very surprised. Actually, the whole family of Evie's cousin lives in this mansion because they work for the owner of this mansion. And because her cousin's wedding preparations were going on, some waitresses are also called here. Now Evie bumps into a waitress who had utensils in her hand, so those utensils fall down, but Evie helps her. Then the servant of the house comes here and starts misbehaving with her. Then she says to him, you don't have the manners to talk. I have come here as a guest. In the midst of this argument, a boy comes here who apologizes to Evie for the behavior of the servant. Then Evie's cousin also comes here and introduces them to each other. Then he finds out that this boy is not anyone else, but the owner of this house, whose name is Walter. And Evie's cousin's family works for him. Now here Walter's behavior was also very good with Evie, seeing which she is very happy. She also praises her mansion. Then that servant takes Evie's luggage and takes it inside the mansion. We see that the mansion is not only beautiful from the outside, but also very beautiful from the inside. The whole mansion is shown to Evie, from which we come to know that this mansion is not anyone else, but the one in which that woman jumped with the idol and took her life. Now she is also given her own room. Even her own servant, who was very good, will work only for her. Seeing which Evie was very surprised because she was getting a lot of respect here. The servant tells her the rules of living here, that you don't have to come out yourself. If you want anything, just ring the bell. I will come. You are not allowed to go to the library because work is going on there, and you have to sleep early at night. Now when Evie removes the curtain and looks at the windows, there were bars on it, seeing which she finds it very strange. She is surprised and asks why she is wearing it. The servant says that sometimes dangerous birds come, which can harm us. They have been installed just to protect them. Then she doesn't say anything from now on, because she was thinking that maybe she was telling the truth. At night, Evie video calls her friend and tells her everything about here, that I am very happy to come here. I didn't expect everything to be so good here. The people here, this mansion, everyone's habits, everything is is absolutely good. Now after a while, Walter comes to her door, who tells her that I came to see you, that you came to the room. And once again, I have come to apologize on behalf of my servant. From his words, it seemed that he was starting to like Evie. Now after that, she goes for a walk, and she sees an old building near the mansion, seeing which she stops, because around that building she sees something very scary. But now at night when she was sleeping, she has a scary dream, with which she wakes up immediately, and because she was also thirsty, she comes out of her room to drink water. She sees that the servant has gathered all the working girls, one of which he sends to clean the library, seeing which it is obvious that Evie feels very strange. But at the same time, her servant comes and tells her to go back to her room. Go and sleep. Coming out is good for you. Then Evie goes to the room, but the girl who had gone to work in the library, let's see her, where suddenly something that was hanging from the roof attacks her and takes her with her. In the morning, Evie is called down, because her whole family had gathered to welcome her. Then when she comes back to her room, she gets a beautiful dress with a piece of paper, which Walter had sent for the party in the evening. Then we see that the servant sends 2 more girls to the library to bring alcohol, but there is also an attack on them, and someone had also taken them with him. Now doing this, one by one the waitress was disappearing. Evie still had no idea that something strange and dangerous could happen here. Now at night, she comes to the party well dressed in Walter's dress. Here she meets 2 girls, one of whom was a little clever and she did not like Evie very much, but the other was very innocent, who was very happy to come to Evie. Evie was very surprised by this because she had not seen the bride yet. Now people had made their own rules where Walter comes and goes straight to Evie. He starts dancing with him. This does not offend Evie, but it feels good. Because of so many girls, Walter had chosen her to dance with him. After this, the 2 of them come out on a separate walk and talk openly. Evie was talking to him about that building, which she was afraid of last night. He says that this is just like this. In the olden days, it was used to keep things. He takes her to another place where they both talk a lot more. After this, when Evie was sleeping in her room, she was afraid of something. That's why she immediately hides under the bed, and she was also screaming. When Walter hears her voice, he comes to her, takes care of her, and checks the whole room. But there was nothing there. In the end, he explains to her that you must have had a bad dream. There is nothing here. And with Walter, Evie was feeling very safe. That's why she tells him to stay with me in my room until I fall asleep. So he listens to her. In the morning, when Evie opens her eyes, she sees a letter with her, which was Walter's. He wrote, I'm going, but if you don't have a bad sleep, I didn't wake you up. And now the 2 girls who met Evie at the party come here and take her with them to get ready. Then when Evie's nails were being cut, one of her fingers was injured and blood started coming out. Seeing that blood, the girl can't stop herself and her blood starts flowing. Evie finds all this very strange, so she leaves here in anger. So now Evie feels that the people here are very strange and there is something wrong here. That's why she decides that I will go to the place where I was forbidden to go, that is, to that library. When she goes inside, she gets all her details and information on the table, which no one else but Walter had taken out. Look at this. She feels very bad and she leaves from here and starts packing her stuff. Then Walter comes to her, apologizing to her, telling her that I took out your details because I care about my life and money. I wanted to know if you were coming here for the greed of money. When your cousin told me that you were coming here, I had to do this. The rest I really want to know you, and you are doubting me for no reason. So now Evie was stuck here again, but now more because she started liking Walter. Now at night, the food was being eaten in a grand way. Everyone was sitting well dressed, and Evie is also given a beautiful dress, wearing which she comes and sits with Walter. Now here Walter gets up and says to everyone that thank you all for being with me for so long and serving me. Then in the talks, when he announces that I am going to marry Evie, then Evie feels very strange. But now here Walter's talks and things there start getting stranger. His servant cuts a witch's throat and fills the blood in a pot. Seeing this, Evie wakes up. She gets very scared. Now here Walter says that you have been serving me for centuries. You had to give me 3 wives, 2 of which are with me, and the 3rd will be completed by marrying Evie. And we all know that 3 numbers are very special and powerful, which will make me even more powerful. And in return you will get money, status, power. Besides this, there is a lot more. Now here Evie understood everything, but it was too late. Actually, Walter was a vampire, that is, a bloodsucker, and because he could never die, he was alive for centuries. And all these people were serving him. Walter's first wife was a cunning girl, and the second was innocent. And because they were both vampires, they had been living with Walter for years. The 3rd was his wife, Evie's grandmother, who jumped and took her life in the beginning. And Walter could not marry such ordinary girls. To marry her, he needed a girl whose blood was special. Now his grandmother's blood was special, so he married her for the 3rd time, but he took his life. So now now he wants to marry Evie because his blood was also special because of his grandmother. Now Evie tries to run away from there, but she can't. Walter tells her to try to understand and just think what I can give you. You will be immortal like me and you will never die. And you will have as much strength as 100 men and you will never fall ill. You will have everything in your life such as wealth, power. Now Evie is caught and locked in a cell, with whom Walter's 2 wives, that is, cunning and innocent girls, also come. Now here Walter and his 2 wives were vampires, the rest were humans. And they used to serve them in such a way that they used to bring blood for them to drink, because this is the vampire's food. Walter's 2 vampire wives explain to Evie that we have also gone through all this. Once Walter gives you his blood to drink, you will feel very powerful. You will be so happy that you will forget your past life, and with time you will get used to the vampire life. But her words have no effect on Evie, because she doesn't want to be a murderer and a devil. That's why she starts crying. But after that, they both leave Evie alive and go away from here, because soon Walter and Evie were getting married, and the servant who was given to Evie was very good at heart. That's why she feels pity for Evie. She didn't want her to be a victim of cruelty. That's why she helps her so that she can run away from here. Then Evie gives the right opportunity and runs away from here. But everyone finds out that Evie has run away from here and the servant has helped her. Then a lot of people are put to catch her, and she hides in that building to avoid everyone. The servant has killed that servant and he brings her body to that building. Seeing this, Evie gets very nervous and starts running away from here. So the servant sees her and starts following her. But she imprisons her in this building, and she runs away from this place. She reaches a village and goes to a house where there was an old couple. She starts asking for help. Please call the police. There are some people behind me and they want to kill me. Then that old couple brings her inside the house. The woman calls, but not the police but Walter, because these people were not anyone else but Walter's servants. Then Evie also understood, but now it was too late. They give Evie tea to drink, which she does not drink, but throws it on the old man. Then the old woman hits him with a thing that makes him unconscious. Then when she regains consciousness, she was lying on the sofa and Walter was in front of her, who was telling her the benefits of being a vampire. He was encouraging her to marry and become a vampire. There was also a girl lying next to him, of whom he was also drinking blood, but now somehow he refuses to marry her. Then at the time of marriage, when Walter cuts his hand and gives it to drink blood, then Evie completely drinks it. Now like him, Walter also had to drink his blood, so that the process of his 3rd marriage is complete and he becomes the most powerful. Now because Evie had drunk his blood, she becomes very powerful. But she does not give him her blood, but sets it on fire. Now seeing this, all the people who came there get scared and run away from here. Walter goes ahead to stop Evie, so she picks up a thick weapon from the fire and throws it in Walter's chest, which makes him weak. After this, Evie also starts running away from here, but Walter's cunning wife catches her and starts fighting and says, "Foolish girl, what do you think? You will break thousands of years old rules. It's your mistake, and you can't kill Walter like this. We will try our best to save him, because if he dies, we will also die." After this, she starts fighting him again and was about to kill Evie, but then Walter's other innocent wife also comes here. And because she was tired of the devil's life, she attacks Walter's wife. Both fight each other and eventually both are killed in a very strange way. After this, Walter, who was in a very bad condition, he catches Evie. He catches her, drinks her blood, and tries to make her his wife. But Evie cuts off his hand, from which he leaves him. Later, she kicks him and throws him in the fire. And because he was weak, he is killed immediately. Means his game is over. After this, she sets the whole place on fire and goes out of there. She takes the remaining girl with her and runs away from this town. After 2 weeks, we see that Evie has now become a vampire, which is also very powerful because she drank Walter's blood. Here she was with her friend. They were now looking for Evie's cousin, who was a fake cousin of her. Evie wanted to take her revenge because it was all because of her. And with this, the film ends here.